What is cracking, everybody? It has been a while, but you're back with Mr. Berger, and tonight we're playing some Hearthstone. Now, really quickly, here's the deck. Look at it. Here's all the cards. Let's jump into a match. So I want to get right into it today, rather than, starting the video off by going to the Hearthstone page and explaining the deck and giving credit to the creator, which I will do very soon. I wanted to just go ahead and jump right into a match here and show you guys this brand new Descent of Dragons Face Hunter deck. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's the most success that I've had with the deck in a while. Oh man, and I got a really nice starting hand here too. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Face Stalker. And we got one of these guys. What I want is probably another 1-drop. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. Because I won't be able to use the second one for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that. Those two. Definitely want the Toxic Reinforcements. At least one to start with. Nice. And we got another 1-drop. It's a really cool deck. It's very calculated and it's very meticulous. And you got a specific order of doing things. And you basically win by turn 7 or you lose. And that's pretty much it. You go straight for the face almost every single time. Again, I'll go into the strategies more once we kind of look at the whole card list, and I'll explain each card a little bit, but I wanted to get right into a match here. So he starts off with that, and so ideally, you're dropping your quest on turn 1, right? Turn 2, you're hero powering. Turn 3, you're hero powering and using a 1-drop, and turn 4, you're hero powering and using a 2-drop, so on and so forth. And by turn 4, you will ideally have your quest done. And pretty much everything that you're doing is going for the face. So what I want to do here is hero power. And I want to play the more passive minions first, rather than starting with my charge and stuff. The theory behind this, first, before anything, it's Custt deck. C-U-S-T-T is the name of the person who created it and uploaded it to Hearthstone. So I want to give all credit to him. And a lot of the strategies that I will be discussing in this video are from his guide, basically, that he wrote on Hearthstone, as well as my own personal, things that I've gathered here and there while playing the deck. But that's not a great thing for us to see, but one thing that I want to point out here is we do have the Ironbeak Owl. Main point of that is to get rid of taunts and things so we can go straight for the face. This is turn 4. We got 2 or 3 of these. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hero... Oh no, I'm going to use this guy right here, Face Stalker, and then I'm going to hero power. And then I'm going to go ahead and just attack this guy right here. See if I can beat him down and save the taunt for something else, or save the silence for something else. Okay, so his hero power, or excuse me, his trap was Freezing Trap. So he's not going to have anything that's going to take out all my little minions here, like my Explosive Trap. Another cool thing about this deck, a lot of stuff synergizes really well. Explosive Trap is the only trap that you have in the deck. So if you have the Face Stalker and you use your hero power, for sure, guarantee, you're going to be getting an Explosive Trap out there. So my opponent's thinking about what to do. Not a bad thing. I mean, 2 damage to the enemy hero. The main theory behind this deck is you're trying to get 1 damage per mana. So if you can get more than 1 damage, that's great. And everything, he calls it his benchmark. Everything is built around that benchmark, right? Of trying to get 1 damage per mana. And so you can see that everything like the charge minions, the piggy, it's 1 mana, it does 1 damage straight to the face guaranteed because it's a charge minion. Unless, of course, they have a taunt or a trap, but that's a different scenario. If you know that they don't, it's guaranteed damage to the face. You got a lot of Leper Gnomes, you got the quest, so that the Leper Gnomes will do direct damage to the face, whether they die or not. They'll be able to attack if they don't die, and you can do a little extra damage there. And inevitably, unless they win first or whatever, or you win first, they're going to die, and they're going to cause that extra damage to the face. Ironbeak Owl's in there, mostly for the silence, as I mentioned. This guy right here, 2 mana, 3 guaranteed damage to the face, so not bad at all. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is continue going face. You want to try to hero power as much as you can and just keep getting that extra damage to the face, because that's 2 mana, 2 damage guaranteed to the face every single time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, let's see, hero power, kill this guy right here, keep going face, and then I'm going to, what should we do next? I got 3 mana, and I want to make sure to spend it all. So I'm going to go ahead and use this guy right here. I don't want to spend the extra mana on that. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the charge, and the charge goes directly for the face as well. Another reason the Piggy's good in there is because it can activate your kill command, which you do have in this deck. You know, again, I'll be discussing all these intricacies a little bit more once we review the deck itself, but I just kind of wanted to point things out as we go along here. So he's just hero powering. Oh yeah, because it's triggering his secret again. So right now, I kind of want to see what that is. He kind of seems like a pseudo face secret hunter, probably another pretty popular deck right now. But let's see what I can do here. Alright. Still looking decent for me. I want to attack, and I want to see what that... I'm afraid it's another freezing trap. And then maybe I should use the boar on it. Let's take our chances. If it's a flame trap, yes, nice. If it was a flame trap, it would kill them both. But since it's a freezing trap, I was able to use the boar for only 1 mana, get it to trigger on that rather than, you know, getting rid of this 2 mana and 3 guaranteed damage that I have there. Let's go ahead and... this is a hard one because I want to use all my mana. Either I put down that Leper Gnome again, or... yeah, there's nothing that I can do that uses the full 3 mana. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to Explosive Trap. And then I'm going to go face. Because that should potentially buy me a little bit more time, because he will kill his units on my Explosive Trap if they attack. I got 3 guaranteed damage from this guy. I got 2 more here, and I got 2 more here. So that's not quite enough, right? Alright, he killed this thing there. And then I got some damage there, some charge damage there. But we'll see what else I draw. Right? Maybe I should have kept that initial side quest, but I'm not sure. Okay, I have the silence here for bear, so that's good. So I can go face. 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Silence. Hero power. Turn 7, dead, like I said. Alright. So that is this deck in a nutshell. You got to see some of the really like core mechanics of it. Let's go ahead, and I want to jump on into the Hearthstone deck list. I want to give full credit to the deck creator, and I want to go ahead and talk about some of the more intricacies and the details of the deck and the card selection. So let's go ahead and switch over to my web browser now. Alright guys, it looks like I only have my old not my Hearthstone, sorry, my old Clash Royale layout here, so we'll pretend we're taking a quick trip into a Clash Royale video. Anyway, regardless, I can use this layout to take a quick look at this deck here on Hearthstone. So you can see full credit to Cusst. Definitely want to make sure that he gets the credit for making this deck. I simply found it and I'm playing it. You can go in and read the details that you want, and he'll explain it even better, but basically, like I said, he has this benchmark that he sets, and the benchmark is essentially that you want to do 1 damage per mana that you have. He says you want to win by turn 7. That means you have 28 mana to do 30 damage, 29 mana with the coin. So you don't even have a full 30 mana. So essentially at least 1 damage per mana. And that's why he uses things like Wolf Rider, you know, those charge things, rather than a 3/4 minion for the 3 mana, because he wants that instant damage to the face. You know, he talks about how you pretty much, it's a face hunter, you're going to disregard board control, you're going to focus going on the face, right? So that's what you're going for here. And this is kind of the strategy that I was talking about while we were playing the match, was on turn 1, you do a 1-drop, we got the absolute ideal 1-drop. Turn 2, hero power, turn 3, 1-drop and hero power, so on and so forth. You can't always use your hero power, and maybe later you might want to use that extra mana for some more damage, maybe like an Eaglehorn Bow, and I don't know, the charge unit, the Wolf Rider, right? And you have 6 mana, and you have some weird case where you're like, oh, I'm gonna have 1 leftover mana if I use my hero power. As we saw, that may happen, like it almost did in the last game. So anyway, that's the theory behind there. He goes into detail about why he chose each card and why each card is legitimate and why it's good in this deck. I just want to point out a few of them are, you know, pretty straightforward, so I don't need to do the whole thing. Toxic Reinforcements. If you're going to play this deck, craft this card. It's 400 dust each. You want both of them. There's other things that maybe you could replace here and there, but that is very core for this deck, so definitely want that in there. The Boar, as I said, 1 damage, 1 mana. It's a charge, and it also synergizes with Kill Command. and Headhunter's Hatchet because it is a beast. Leper Gnome just in guaranteed damage to the face. You know, these stealth ones are pretty explanatory. This one's just like a Leper Gnome. Explosive Trap is really good. It's there to counter, like, early on, like, swarmy decks, like, you know, the Shaman Murloc decks and things like that. And you definitely want to have it in there. It also synergizes extremely well with your Phase Stalker. One of my favorite things to do with this deck, when I have the coin, is on turn 3, especially if I've gotten my quest, my side quest down. I will coin, I will Phase Stalker, and I will Hero Power. So that's, you know, 2 damage, 3 health minion for 2 mana. Then you got the Explosive Trap, which is another 2 mana worth. It does 2 more damage to the hero's face, plus whatever minions he has, so it can help you buy some time or tear through maybe his taunt or something, right? And then you've also got the Hero Power, which is another 2 mana worth, 2 damage to the face, so that's already basically 6 mana's worth. Plus, you trigger your Toxic Reinforcements. So that's a really great move I'd like doing a lot. Headhunter's Hatchet, Eaglehorn Bow, just weapons for the face. Ironbeak Owl's there to just go straight through the taunts and things like that, and to buy you a little bit of time if absolutely necessary. I already talked about the stealth minions. And Unleash the Hounds, it works out great. You can use it for 3 elixir to counter a swarm, but more likely if they got a bunch of units, I use it often just to get a bunch of damage to the face on the board, so you can use that. Wolf Rider, 3 mana, 3 damage. Life Drinker, it's kind of... You probably could replace it. It's pretty cool. It's just more guaranteed damage to the face. 3 damage only, but it does heal you a little bit and buys you a little bit of time. Plus, it's a warm body on the board. Leroy. I've tried playing this with the Goblin Charge unit. That I forget what it's called, but it costs 6 mana and does 5 damage. Something like that, but then doesn't summon the 2 whelps. And one of the first games, I got myself in a situation where I had them with literally 1 health left. And if I had the Leroy, because it's 1 more damage instead of the other card, the Goblin Charge card, then it would have killed him. So I crafted that. I disenchanted one of my other golden legendaries, and I crafted Leroy right there, because he's used in a lot of aggro decks. Only pretty much use him as a finisher, because you're going to spawn those 2 whelps. I mean, there may be very few rare occasions where you can use him otherwise. This guy says if it goes to turn 8, then you can use it with combine it with Unleash the Hounds, because it'll summon the 2 whelps, and then you can Unleash the Hounds, and that'll give you 2 more damage from that. So that's a great idea, but usually you're killing them by turn 7. So again, guys, all credit to this guy. Here's the card list. It's all very well calculated. You want to try to use all your mana all the time. You don't want to be sitting there without any mana. You want to be, excuse me, that's not what I meant to say. You don't want to be sitting there with extra mana. You want to make sure to use, because you're trying to get like 1 damage per mana, at least, if not more. So you're trying to make sure, you know, you're not sitting there on turn 3 with just using your hero power and not a 1-drop. You want to try to make sure to use it every time. You're really going for value. It's all very well calculated. You very rarely find yourself in an awkward spot. I will usually mulligan, I'll re-roll everything that isn't a 1-drop, because even if you get a nice 2-drop or a 3-drop, on turn 2 you want to be hero powering, and on turn 3 you want to be hero powering and 1-dropping. So that's kind of what I go for the mulligan. Alright guys, that is pretty much how you play the deck. So I figure we can wrap this video up with one final match here. If you have had it and you got a great explanation, you saw how it worked in the first deck, then that's pretty much it for today. But I figured, let's go ahead and see if we can get at least one more win with this awesome face deck. Alright, hopping into another match. Now, I know by any means, or by all means, I'm not like a really pro Hearthstone player. Some of my other videos, you know, people were commenting that, oh, you're only playing rank 20 or 18 or whatever, and that's fine. But this deck has allowed me, a relative noob, to get up to rank 12 so far and pushing. Somebody else was saying they pushed from like 15 to 5 in like 12 hours or something. So it's a pretty solid deck. I don't know how it upholds really higher ranks. I don't know how it will do, if it'll get you to legendary or not, legend rank or not. But if you just want to have some fun and smash some face and have a bunch of really quick games, this is your deck, I'm telling you. So turn 1, let's go ahead and we're going to start with the more passive cards. So we're going to start with the Stealth Worgen Infiltrator. We don't have the, what is it, the quest? What is it called again? I'm looking at my card list here. I can't find it. For some reason, it's not showing up. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the Toxic Reinforcements. That's the one I'm looking for. So we don't have that in our hand, which is unfortunate, but It is what it is. So that would be your ideal 1-drop. So right now we're just going to hero power and attack the face. And what did he put down? After you cast a choose one spell, add copies of both choices to your hand. Okay, nothing too extreme. Alright, let's go ahead and keep going face here. We got another 1-drop. So we're going to hero power. And this is a little bit more passive too. The stealth minions do a little bit more damage, and they're more like, they'll hang tight and then they'll be able to attack the face and you'll be good with them. These ones are a little bit more vulnerable, but even if he dies like that, see, that's 1 damage there from the auto attack, from the hero attack. And then another 2 from the death rattle. Wow, he's mad. Or is it she? Okay, you spam that emote. Alright. I will incur your wrath. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to drop this guy now. And I'm going to hero power. And we'll go ahead and end the turn there. And that's 2 damage. And then another guaranteed 3 to the face. I do not have the owl in hand. So I won't be able to... what is it? Be able to silence that. But I can use my Eaglehorn Bow, attack this, and that's still going to be 3 damage onto the face. And then I'm going to attack it with Eaglehorn Bow. And then I'm going to hero power. And I do still have the coin. I probably want to try to take advantage of that coin at some point. I have Unleash the Hounds, and I have Leroy Jenkins. And that's a combo I've never really used before, but I'm glad I reread his little description there, because it gave me an idea for that combo, right? So I could potentially use that and get a bunch of hounds. Alright, he's got a bunch of stuff right now. Let's see, what can I do? I wish I had that taunt. So if I Leroy, that's 6 damage to there, and then I could do all the hounds, and that would be 2 more units. Okay, let's do it like this. Oh, I can't quite do it yet. Sorry, I don't have enough mana.
My wrath.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna do this anyway. And we're gonna go ahead and Eaglehorn Bow that. Attack that. Attack that. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage there. He might have a little bit more somewhere else, but we're just going to kind of take the risk here, and we're going to hero power, and I'm going to use that. Oh no, I'll save the coin for next turn, so if I need to I can Leroy and Unleash the Hounds. And then I'm going to go ahead and charge and just keep going with this. Now it's getting real close here, guys, and I mean, quite honestly, he might win this. He's got enough damage if he has any extra spells, if he can get like 4 more damage, to just go face. But let's see what he does. Invoke Galacron. It's probably just stacking up a bunch of stuff to try to... I don't know, is he getting board control, or is he just messing around? Let's see here. I mean, if he doesn't go face and kill me, or get like a big taunt... Oh, man. Friendly minion to 1 that costs 1 more. Man, he got lucky there. Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, dude. Look at this. Oh, my God. What luck. I'm going to threaten him now.
You incur my wrath.
Oh, get stomped. Oh, sorry. I love stomping emote spammers in Clash and in Hearthstone. I don't care. I'm not like a big BMer, and I don't like spamming emotes and stuff, but when somebody else does it, I mean, you can't lie, guys. It's pretty satisfying to stomp them after that. Alright, guys. That is pretty much it for this Hearthstone video. Like I said, I've really been having a blast with this deck. Huge shout out to Cusst, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, to creating this deck, and thank you. It's been great. It's been winning me a ton of matches, and it's just been fun to play. I like the fast pace of the games. It's great. Alright, guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. You know, do all the stereotypical YouTube stuff. Leave the video a like, comment, all that good stuff. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good night.